Let's go to the movies. Let's go see the stars. La 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 la. Hi everybody, what's up? I am telling you, that song came to my mind. I thought about what am I going to, what we were doing today for the 12 Days of Christmas episode. Day 8. It's day 8. Can you imagine? And I'm wearing my ugly sweater. Do you like it? Yes, yes, yes. See? Remember, I made it on day 3. So if you haven't checked it out, check out me making it on day 3. And then since then, I've added a little bit more foolishness to it. So when I say foolishness, I mean in the context of making it even more ugly. I like it though. Ooh. I finally have an ugly sweater. Alright guys, so as you heard me singing, let's go to the movies. And before I even start giving you my list or why I like it, or maybe even a little spoiler, spoiler alert if you have not seen these movies, and I don't know how come you would not have not seen some of these movies, but hey, spoiler alert first of all. And this list is only for educational purposes and entertainment purposes. I am not being paid by anybody. Nobody's giving me any back-end deal for mentioning their movies or why I'm having other streaming devices, streaming services, because some of the movies I'm actually going to tell you how you're going to find it. So nobody's giving. It's just for me sharing it, some love, giving you some options for you and your family to enjoy Christmas. I've been enjoying just over the years watching Christmas movies, and every Christmas I try to catch up on what's the latest ones, and so on. I remember one year, I think it wasn't even a snow day. It was a very, very cold day, cold. And I said, listen to me, when I opened the door, look, I said, nobody's going to get me to go out there. Good thing I didn't have no reason to go out there. I wasn't working that day. I had everything I needed in the house to be comfortable, and I just watched Christmas movies on Hallmark all day. So I'm a fan of this time of the year. Once it hit around the ending of November, Thanksgiving time, and then sometimes even just in the middle of the year, I've been watching Christmas movies. I'm a big fan. All right, so we're ready. We're ready to go to the movies. And by the way, in case you're wondering where that song came from, that song is on my list, and it's Annie. I don't know if you consider it a Christmas movie, but it always is centered around that time when that orphan child was picked to spend Christmas with Mr. Warbucks. They have different versions of it. Jamie Foxx redid it. They have a newer version now, or whichever version you like, fine with me. Go for it. Enjoy. It's the same love story, same fun story. So go for it. Annie, I put Annie on it. And of course, my list is in no particular order. It was hard for me to even rank it. I'm saying, you know what? I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to give them my list, and you decide how you want to do it this Christmas. All right? So today's verse, I haven't done it this way in a long while. Since I've started the series, I did it a lot last year when I did that series. So check it out too. Last year's series. Today's verse is from Isaiah 7 verse 14. It says, therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. And for those Bible scholars out there, Emmanuel means God with us. So I'm sure they'll correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comment, but I believe I'm correct. God with us. All right. So that's a verse for today. In my Isaiah 7 verse 14. And this was the English Standard Version. All right. So ready for my list? Let's go. All right. So let me see. Let's start with animation for the kids. The Polar Express. I remember watching it some time back. It's a train that took some children by night up to see Santa, and they're giving gifts. And I think basically the idea is of the fact that these kids would have been on the nice list, if my memory serves me right. But that's the Polar Express. Okay. Let's go for the next one. Oh, and by the way, if you have streaming options, it's on Hulu. Okay. The next one is Christmas with the Cranks. So this is a family. They always had the best trees, always had the best lights. Everybody always had their parties during the holidays, and they would decided this year, because their daughter wasn't coming home, not to celebrate Christmas. Of course, everything went left when she decided to come home. Again, as I said, that's spoiler alert. Go watch it, it's fun. If you want to find that, that's on Netflix. Okay. Next one, my one of my all-time favorite, Last Holiday. So this is with Queen Latifah. She found out somewhere, I don't remember, I think she did a test, and the test said that she had some tumor, that she's going to die. And so she cashed in all her savings and went to the most luxurious hotel somewhere in Europe, and to say she was going to have her last holiday. It was around the Christmas time. Again, as I tell you, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched these movies, I'm sorry. But I just give you a little idea of why it's on my list, why I like it. So it's a lovely movie. I love it. I think LL Cool J is also in it. It's based in New Orleans, and where the movie started. But she went to some hotel. I think it's in France or Italy or Sweden or one of those places. Somewhere in Europe. All right. All right. Miracle on 34th Street. No, it's this child whose mom worked forever in this department store. They needed a Santa Claus, a man that looked like Santa Claus, who happened to be the real Santa Claus, and the whole story that centered around that. So it was done in 1994. That's one I'm aware, but there's an original one, the black and white one. That one you can find that one on Disney Plus. Okay, so check it out. Have a blast. All right, the Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So I always saw it, and I'm like, what is this show all about? So I think 2 Christmases ago I decided to, because I said every Christmas I try to stay on top of the Christmas movies. So I watched it, and it was interesting. So this Grinch who lived on a hill with under all this junk decided one night he was tired of all these lights and all these festivities. So one night he went stealing everybody's thing, and this one child decided to show him some form of kindness, and his heart changed around. So check it out, okay? All right. This Christmas with Chris Brown and some other guys. I can't remember all the names in there right now, but Chris Brown was in it. They all came over for Christmas, and it was a case where the fact that they didn't like anybody singing any songs because her husband left to follow his music, her eldest son left to follow music, and so it was heartbreaking that the younger one could sing, which is Chris Brown, and so he was keeping it a secret. So they all are home, and they found out the secret, and ta-da, they found out the secret. All right, so that's this Christmas. I cannot do my list without mentioning this movie, Preacher's Wife. Now, in my research, I realized it's a reenactment of a movie that's called The Bishop's Wife. I've never watched The Bishop's Wife before, so I put it on my list for this year to see what it is about. But The Preacher's Wife with the late, great Whitney Houston and Denzel Washington. Love that movie. I would watch it every time and not be bored. And I love the music behind it. It's just really awesome. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let her receive her King. Woo! All right, the Madea Christmas, the play and the movie. Awesome. I watched the play so much time, long before the movie would come out, and I love the movie. So, as I said, the Madea Christmas, the play and the movie, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, just lost my earring. Too much excitement. Too much excitement. All right, ready now. Okay, so we're at Preacher's. I told the Preacher's Wife. Okay, I left these 3 for my last because I think I favor them more. But as I said, I try not to have favorite. To say, okay, this is my favorite, this is not my favorite. Okay, but I like them all. All right, so The Best Man, that one came out in 1999 with these guys who was the friends of this Morris Chestnut, and he was getting married, and they're all his friends from college days, and there's this looming secret that he eventually found out because one of them decided to write it in his book with coded name, but one of the ladies who's also in the wedding, she has what you call it now, reading skills too. She's like a journalist or something. So she cracked the code and everybody started figuring it out. And until Morris Chestnut found out, and he just sort of almost wrecked the marriage because he just couldn't get over the fact that his best friend, basically did that. But I think there's always a little twist to it, so check it out, okay? Then the Best Man Holiday. I remember it came out in the year 2012 or 2013. I had to definitely go see it. It was really, really, really awesome just watching it and seeing the reenactment. No, this is now years into their marriage. She's not well. Everybody else has moved on to have their own lives and families, and so they came back for the holidays. She wanted them back for the holidays, and he's now in the NFL and playing and so on and so forth. And I think she ended up dying just about Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. And one of them was also expecting. When I say one of the guys' wife was also expecting, so her child ended up being born just about the same time when she was dying. And so it was just beautiful. The Best Man Holiday was just watching them years later, just hearing what they have been doing with themselves. So check out those movies as well. All right, this was one of my favorites. Growing up, we used to watch it as a family every year, and I mean, if I haven't seen it in a while, but I know I won't be bored. I get all the jokes and everything. The Home Alone series with Kevin Mccallister. I think there was another one that came out after that. That one wasn't bad, but the one with Kevin Mccallister, whichever one you want to watch, the whole theme is the child being left alone, whether it's in the whole of New York or at his original home, with these thieves trying to break in, and he come up with all these Inspector Gadget kind of stuff to defend his home. That's streaming on Disney Plus. So now the ones with Kevin Mccallister, I think the 1 and the 2, based on my research, it was 1 and 2 that's being streamed on Disney Plus. But hey, it could be all of them. I just saying based on my research. So the research had only told me about 1 and 2, but I was referring to 1, 2, and 3 for my list. So you could check it out, Disney Plus, if you want to see it. If not, I remember somebody wanted to watch it recently, and Amazon has it as for rental on Amazon. It was on rental, and I said, I already own the Prime. Why would I need to now pay to see a movie? I refuse to watch it on Amazon Prime to pay for a rental. So from my research, I realized it's on Disney Plus. I'm figuring if you have their subscription, it will be free. Check it out, and put it on your list for your watching experiences. All right. So these are the movies that I've watched in terms of yesteryear up to no. These are some newer ones that I just watched recently. Actually, I saw them on Amazon, but there may be other places. I think sometimes Hulu overlaps, so you could check. All right, so this one is Sometime Next Christmas. So this is this family who met every year on spoiler alert. I mean, I try not to spoil it too much for you guys, but it's spoiler alerts. Okay. So this is a family who went to Hawaii every Christmas, and it was a family with a daughter and a family with a son. And they met every Christmas. By accident, they would stumble upon each other on the beach. I think they had to end up sharing something, and then they became friends. Over the years, they grew up into adulthood and so on and so forth. And now, I think there was a disconnect. Something happened for the disconnect. I'm trying not to spoil it too much. There's a disconnect, and now they're back after years after that disconnect. I'm trying not to spoil it, especially if you're not seeing it. And so love is birthed out of that, but because at this point, after the disconnect, one is already married and divorced, working on a divorce, the other isn't. And along the way, they were denying their feelings for each other. The one that's not divorced or wasn't even married decided to venture into getting engaged, and then the hard truth is revealed that she really, the one that's now officially divorced, she really is in love with him. So she backed out of her. You know what? I'm telling you too much. Go watch it. Sometime next Christmas. I try not to spoil it for you, okay? All right. On strike for Christmas. So these are some mothers who decided to to go on strike because guess what? They felt like their family was taking them for granted, and the whole preparation for Christmas and all that they needed to get done and the overwhelmingness and everything, and so they went on strike. It is a happy ending. I was actually rooting for them. I said go all the way, but one of the mothers decided to backtrack when she saw that the terms of her what was it? The terms of her, what was the word she used? The terms of her thing was met. She used a word. I don't remember. But anyway, so go check it out, okay? Which other one on my list? Throwback Holiday. So this is one of those, you know, those movies where it takes you on a dream that turns out to be some form of reality. So this guy she met that she used to date, but he was ugly back in the day, and it's like she made a wish and she woke up as if they both were now married and they were having a fulfilling life, and she preferred that. I think, yeah, let me leave it right there. I liked it, but it's been a minute that I watched it, so there's some details I forget, and which is good because I don't want to spoil it for you. All right, the last one, which I rewatched just recently. I watched it last year and I watched it again this year. I love it. Christmas in Mississippi. So this is about a photographer who grew up in Gulfport, Mississippi. Went away for an opportunity to get a scholarship to study and work, and she's traveled the world. So she's back home for Christmas, and the love of her, you know, of her teenage life, so to speak, is no. They got separated because there was differences in, I guess, dreams and lifestyle. And so she went to pursue her dream. He went to do whatever he did. So he's back there now, but she doesn't know that till she stumbled upon him. And they're planning this Christmas of the Lights. It's like a light show that they do a lot along the beach. And so she's a photographer. And along the way, you know, life would have it that they are reconnected and something is blossoming. So as I said, I try not to spoil it for you. Okay, the last one. And if you want to know where to see all of these, I watch them on Amazon. I said maybe they may overlap on Hulu, because I wasn't even sure, because sometimes I'd watch something on Hulu and then go back on Amazon. So, but when I went to double check before starting this show, it was on Amazon that I found it. So you could check it on Amazon. It could be on Hulu or even YouTube, because some of the times I'd watch some of these on YouTube too. All right, so you could check it out and enjoy with your family. The last one is 12 Dates of Christmas. So I found this one really cute. So this lady was set up on a blind date, but she still hung up on a past relationship. She hasn't really closed the doors in her heart on this old relationship, and this young man did move on. The young man has moved on, and as a result, she went on this blind date, was very rude to the guy, left him high and dry, and went saying that she's going to meet with the ex, only to be introduced to his fiance because he has moved on. And so it was a devastating thing for her. However, that night is like a fairy dust or something caused her to relive the whole day again 12 times. So it's really awesome. And in doing that 12 times, she got to even know the guy more and realize how obnoxious she was and how rude she was to him in the first place, not even giving him a chance. All right, I'm trying not to tell you everything, but I think for the ones I watched this year, that's new to me. I like this one, 12 Dates of Christmas. On Strike for Christmas was the one I watched this year. Same time next week was also this year. Throwback Holiday and Christmas in Mississippi. I've watched them before. I just rewatched them again this year. So I put them on the new one because, you know, pretty much they were between 2016 to now. Some of these came out. So 2016 is pushing it real far back. So they're pretty new. So check it out and enjoy for your family. I tried to give it, you know, a mixture of different ones that you guys could see. So enjoy. I hope you liked my take. Let's go to the movies. Happy watching. All right. Take care. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And this is the end of day 8. 12 days of Christmas. See you tomorrow. Bye.